Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, today we're going to be looking at the new Declay Studios Woolly Mammoth. Right, this is not the Woolly Mammoth statue. This is an extra base you could actually buy with the main statue, and I think it was about $50 extra to purchase this. Well, basically a mammoth carcass in the snow. So if you watch the unboxing, you just see me pulling this out first. I actually forgot I'd ordered it, so I was thinking, wow, that base looks a bit small, and then I realised it was this this one. So yeah, it's just basically a fallen mammoth carcass. Well, not really carcass, more there's not much meat on it left. It's basically bone and a little bit of fur lying in the snow and the rock. So I thought it was just a nice little touch. So I'm quite pleased I picked it up. It looks quite good when you stand it next to the main model. It almost looks like the mammoth is, you know, sort of looking at its maybe a fallen dead family member. You know, because mammoths and elephants, they sort of, when one of their family members die, you know, they sort of hang around a bit, and they seem to actually mourn the loss of a family member. So anyway, this is yeah, it's well done. It's basically a skull, ribs, some sort of fur, a bit of vertebra, like a hip bone, some leg bones maybe sticking out, and maybe that could be possibly a lower jaw. Yeah, so yeah, it's just a little extra piece to display alongside the main event. So just thought I'd let you have a quick look at that. So what I'll do, I'll move this out of the way, and I shall bring the mammoth out. One sec. So here he is, the Declay Studios Woolly Mammoth 1/15 scale resin statue and base. It's it's an enormous thing, to be honest. Very heavy as well, being solid resin. It's for the size, it's just like a dead weight. I'll just give a quick measure just to see how big he is. From the tip of his tusk to his bum is about 14.5, 15 inches. And then height wise, he's about 10. He's about 10 inches to the top of his head from the bottom of the base. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. This it could possibly be the best mammoth model I actually own now. It's a superb looking thing. I'll just give him a quick spin round so you can have a full 360 of him. As you can see, he's walking through a nice snowy landscape, you know, plodding along. Nothing very dramatic, just a walking stance. I do like the way the head is just tilting to the right, and his trunk's just flicking up and bending around. All right, let's have a look at him. Before I start, he actually came in 2 different colours. You could select, which is quite nice, which one you wanted. There was a dark brown or there was an orange. Now this is the orange. Obviously it's not orange, it's more of a gingery sort of a look. So I went for that because I've got a few brown mammoths already. And you could also select this crown here. There's 2 different versions of the head. One had like a curving forehead with the hair sort of sticking up. It looked good, but I decided to go for this version with more of the hair sort of hanging down, almost like a I don't know, like a mop haircut. But I just thought it looked maybe slightly more natural, so I went with that one. When it comes, the mammoth, as you saw in the unboxing, it's one piece. There was just the tusks to attach and just the tail to stick in. There is a slight seam around the tail, which I might disguise. I did add a little bit of extra snow just to blend that away. But yeah, before I say anything else, it does come with a little certificate of authenticity again, which they always put in the models. There's Declay Studios. They pack them so well. I mean, the way they pack them into the sort of the foam in the box, which you might have seen on the unboxing, it's like a work of art in itself. So yeah, it's I just think it's a really, really, really strong sculpt. It's the way they've done the fur. It's, you know, there's parts of the fur which actually stick off the body. I don't know if it comes across, but you know, you can go in behind a lot of the strands of hair. It's not just flat stuck to the model like most of them. There's all little holes and bits of hair sticking out from the model. You can see it under the belly. You know, you can put. I can't really do it with this, but the hair is sculpted coming off. You can see there. You can put the pic behind the hair. Now, how they actually managed to cast this as a resin mod without breaking all them strands off, I have no idea. But they've done an amazing job. Yeah, sculpt-wise of the hair. I mean, fur is a tricky thing to do on a solid object, and they've done a really good job. The way it swishes around and underneath, like I say, there's a lot of strands hanging low. Finer hair around the face. Yeah, really, really well done. Tusks are very well done, nicely weathered, and there's also some sort of graining in the tusks. It's not just paint, there's actually ridges cut in to the, you know, the supposedly ivory, and it's done very well. The eyes are well painted. I will do some close-ups in a bit so you can see it. I'm not going to pick him up because he's that heavy. There's a chance I'm going to sort of break something off or break a strand of fur off, keep handling him. So I'm not going to pick him up. But the eyes are done really well. Nice gloss coat on. And they always put eyelashes on, which I think is a nice little touch. I do like the fact they've added a bit of snow as well. It looks like he's been kicking through the snow, kicking a bit of snow up around his feet. And there's a fair bit of snow on his back, which I can show you later. And just a few bits on his tusks as well, like he might have been clearing some snow away, looking for some food. Yeah, so the sculpt-wise, you know, it's got to be a 10 out of 10. It's a phenomenal sculpt. I like I like the weight of him. It looks heavy. The head's massive head, little ears. Yeah, he's got a lot of character, and he's big. My other elephants from Declay I thought were a good size, but he isn't actually to scale. I think my other elephants are what are they? Are they 1/20th? I think they are. So he's 1/15th. So he is a bit overscaled compared to the others, but I wasn't concerned with that. I wanted it as big as I could get him because I knew it'd be an impressive thing, and it really is. I wasn't disappointed at all. Yeah, sculpt-wise, it's a 10 out of 10 for me, absolutely. Now, the paint job, it's fairly simple. It starts a darker brown at the feet, and there is some, like obviously the orangey colour as you come up. Then there are some dry brushed highlights, and even lighter tones, and some dark patches as well in between. Yeah, it's painted as good as they can do, really. I mean, you're just painting fur. The toenails are painted down below. The tusks are done really well. And just to finish it off, they've added the fake snow. And they haven't gone too mad on it. I've seen some people absolutely cake them in snow, and, you know, an animal that's walking around, a lot of the snow will fall off. So you'd have more around the feet and on the back, and not too much on the side. And I think they've done a pretty good job. So yeah, there's no complaints on the paint at all. And that's going to have to be a 10 as well. The base, a good job. Some nice stonework around the side. A bit more around the other side. A bit of layering. Some of the snow, they've painted it in a white, and they haven't put the fake snow everywhere, because I think this stuff, it's not that cheap to buy. So they put blobs of fake snow. So some of the paintwork is a little bit shiny. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but yeah, it would have been nice to cover it all in the fake snow, but it's a bit shiny there. But it's just a lot of added expense. So, you know, the base, I'd probably give the base 9 out of 10 on the paint. And the sculpts, obviously, it's very simple, a few rocks. I have no complaints with that at all. So, you know, overall, I think it's a stunning model of a woolly mammoth, and probably the I would say it's probably the best one in my collection now. It's just an absolute beast, and I absolutely love it. And the weight of the thing, it sits really solid on the base. All the 4 feet are planted. Some of my other models, the sort of, I mean, that foot is like it's walking, but it's still planted on the floor. So because of the weight of it, he stands very solid. There's no fear of him falling over, which is what I like that. So yeah, there he is. The Declay Studios Woolly Mammoth 1/15. Like I say, he comes with that other base. You're getting a great package, I think. I had to wait about 6 or 8 weeks to get him delivered because he was painted. If he'd have got a kit, they usually come in a few weeks. But for this one, I decided to let them paint it, and I'm very happy about it. They've done a really good job. So what I'll do, I'll bring one of the other Mammoth models in just for a size comparison. We'll have a look at them together, and then I'll do a few close-ups so you can see some of this lovely fur detail. Okay, I'll go and do that now. Thank you. Okay, here he is, stood next to the Star Race Woolly Mammoth. Not easy to sort of compare them really, but the Star Race Mammoth's a really good model. I really like it, but there's really no comparison in size. Plus, I always thought the Star Race Mammoth's tusks were kind of too spread very wide. I think the Declay's tusks, as you can see, they're much more compact, whereas this one, I always felt they were a bit wide. But size-wise, the Declay, is far, far bigger than the Star Race. Still a great model, but yeah, just for a size comparisons, because I know some people will probably own this one, as it's more of a mass-produced figure, whereas the Declay ones, I'm not sure how many they're making of this, but I know when they made the African elephant, I think there was 25, something like that. They don't make a lot, so hopefully in time they will have some decent value and probably go up in price. Whereas the Star Race ones, they are more mass produced. I don't think they're limited edition. Still great though. So that's the size difference on those two. And just for a bit of fun, here he is next to the TNG Woolly Mammoth. Looks like a little baby compared. It's actually a great little model actually from TNG. I really like it. But obviously a mass-produced model. But it just gives you an idea, because I know a lot of people, again, will probably have this little mammoth figure if you like mammoths. And there he is. The big lump and the little one.